In this video, I explain why professional companionship, or what is called life coaching, is a growing demand and what's the necessity behind it. When we were primitive, tribal species in prehistoric time, we lived in bands or tribes where everyone around us were relatives or family, and whoever who was not part of the tribe or band was enemy. So that's what feels natural to us. It's natural that you're only dealing with family members, and you see how distant we are from such situation. In today's world, even you don't necessarily have access to your family members. Maybe you live in different cities or different countries, and the number of people that we are in contact with in meaningful connection are very limited. Many people have only few friends, or one or none. And the need for deep connection is still there. We usually compromise for having some connections. We make friends with people in our workspace, or with people with whom we just share one or few interests or hobbies. And in our limited interaction with those people, we try to keep the engagement, the interaction light and fun. At least that's what I do, because I think they already have their own challenges, their own troubles. They don't need extra load. And even by keeping the conversation light and fun, there's still no guarantee that you have consistent connection with them. That's on one side, and on the other side, even if they are good listener, very close and open to hear your deep issues, your important matters, there's no guarantee that they actually know how to respond, how to listen, how to hold the space to help you grow. And apart from that, if you could choose people of your life, not just by accident, but selecting the people that you interact with based on your criteria, based on the dimension that you want to grow, it would have a huge impact on your overall quality of your life, your personal growth, or whatever you call it. And that's where a professional companion or life coach comes into the scene. I prefer the word companion because coach has an authoritative tone. Some people might prefer to have someone who actually leads them. At least it's not relevant to the type of companionship that I offer. I will explain my type. When you have such person, you get commitment, you get dedicated time and attention, and you don't feel guilty of bringing your deepest challenges and asking for dedicated time and attention. The downside is that when you pay someone to be with you, it doesn't feel as good as when it's just a friend and they listen to you because they care about you. Coaches still care about you. Usually there are people who are naturally caring people. But generally we can accept it as a downside, and everything else that I mentioned are upside. And for those who can afford getting a coach, there are all good reasons to do so, and usually there are all spectrum of fees, and you can choose someone who is matching to what you're looking for and also affordable to you. You just have to spend a bit of time to look to find a coach, and it's usually easy to get a free or low rate first session and see for yourself if it's a good match. If I'm going to talk about my own companionship, which I call it integration companionship, it's suitable for rational spiritual people who have been serious on spiritual side of their life, and also they have big challenges on the practical aspects of their life. And because they have been on inner journey, they see patterns and deeper side to the practical day-to-day life, to their business relationship, whatever challenge that they are dealing with. They see that for them it's no longer separate, and they're dealing with both sides, and they need someone who understands the whole picture of what they are dealing with. And they usually have a difficult time finding someone who can really understand them, feel them, and be with them. And for those kind of people, my companionship would be useful, and it's easy to connect with me, to book a meeting with me. It's just a few clicks without any binding or commitment. You can just send me a message or book a meeting. At this time, I have time for 2 to 3 people at the time that this video is being recorded. Thank you for your attention.